and also to also to work in senior positions in government. And I ask you, when you go back home, you greet your parents and tell them that you visited Parliament. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Fatuma.
Honorable Speaker, a ranking member has just walked from one station to the other like he's in a kiosk.
Who?
And here he is walking back again.
Rafael
I see that he's
Wanjala.
looking at me.
What did you do?
But he was speaking there, Honorable Speaker. I'm not a mad woman. But he's even arguing standing on the corridors, Honorable Speaker. This is a ranking member.
Order, Wanjala. I am advised that you just walked across the floor. Order, Wanjala. Order. Go back to the bar and bow before you go to your seat. Next.
Order number 7, questions and statements.
Yes, Melly. Honorable Melly.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I rise to on a point of order. The Minister of Education did appear before the House last week. The PS also appeared before our committee on the issue of disbursement of capitation to schools. Honorable Speaker, the CS and the PS gave an assurance to the committee.
Order, members. I believe you all have an interest in what Honorable Melly is saying. Go ahead.
Yes. When they appeared before the committee and before the House, they gave an assurance that they are going to disburse monies to all schools after the verification exercise last week. Honorable Speaker, it has come to our attention that schools are in their financial crisis. They are about to sit for exams. They are also closing, and that suppliers and even purchases of essentials cannot continue. Honorable Speaker, this House knows that by next week, that is by next week on 21st, the national exams will begin. That is KPSEA, the KCSE exams, and even the KJSEA. Honorable Speaker, I want to bring to the attention of this House that the Honorable CS and the Honorable Principal Secretary are supposed to be compelled to ensure that monies reach schools. Why we are saying this, Honorable Speaker, is that when he appeared before the House and before the committee, they had made a resolution that by the end of last week, money shall be paid to all schools after the verification exercise. We did agree with them as Education Committee that let them carry out verification exercise so that we can ascertain the issues of ghost schools, ghost learners, and all the likes which they had put across. But up to now, many schools have not received their capitation money. Many schools have not received and are not able to purchase the lab equipments on time, and therefore they are not able to meet their requirements. So, Honorable Speaker, I want to urge you to give us direction on this, because I want to give the direction on this because the House does not actually give directions in vain. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, Bayer, Owen.
Honorable Speaker, I would like to weigh in on this matter, as put by the Chair of the Education Committee, Honorable Melly. Honorable Speaker, this matter of school capitation is an important matter. It's a dire issue. Schools have not received capitation, and yet schools are about to close. Supplies to schools have stopped, Honorable Speaker, And we have a situation where schools are getting grounded. Honorable Speaker, I want to state here, when Cabinet Secretary comes to this House, Honorable Speaker, and I am called by the Speaker to escort him or her to come and make a statement, it is a statement that I should, or the leadership here, should be able to stand by it. It is a statement that should be foolproof, Honorable Speaker. It is a statement that should actually be authentic, Honorable Speaker. But when a Cabinet Secretary comes here, makes a statement, and walks out here, and the opposite happens, Honorable Speaker, we remain in a state of shock, Honorable Speaker. This is the august House. This is the House that the truth must be told, and only the truth. And action must be accompanied by the issues that government officers say here, Honorable Speaker. Today, schools in Kilifi and schools all over the country have no money, have no resources. And we would like the Cabinet Secretary to be called back here and Exchequer release the resources. Otherwise, we have an opportunity to censure a Cabinet Secretary when we have a situation like this, Honorable Speaker. And I would like members of Parliament here to stand up against such things that be said here by Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Speaker. And I would like to ask, as Jack Wamboka engages the Speaker, Honorable Speaker, we would like to get the Speaker's attention, because we would like to get his direction on this matter. So I would like to ask the Honorable Jack Wamboka, I know he has the ear of the Speaker, but allow the Speaker also to have to give us his ear.
Yes.
Honorable Speaker, we would like a direction on this matter, a strong direction. When a Cabinet Secretary comes here, makes pledges, makes commitment on behalf of government, and things don't happen, Honorable Speaker, it demeans the authority of this House. And this House must stand firm that no Cabinet Secretary will come here and say things that cannot implement, or things that he will say that have not been planned, Honorable Speaker. So that this Cabinet Secretary is learned that Wednesday session, which we have given them to come and talk about government policies here, Honorable Speaker, it is something that should not be a waste of time of the Parliament, Honorable Speaker. So we'd like your direction. Did this Cabinet Secretary come to lie to this House? And that's the direction that we would like to get from you, Honorable Speaker.
The word lie is unparliamentary.
I would like to use, did he use mislead the House? Yes. I want to use that old adage, mislead the House.
Yes, Bowen. Give Bowen the mic.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it is very unfortunate that when the leader of majority is lamenting and the chair of committee also there is lamenting. When a CS who appeared before us last week, Mr. Speaker, and promised the House that he was going to release the funds. Mr. Speaker, let me say this. And I want the chair of budget, the Honorable Atandi, to listen to me. Mr. Speaker, the issue of capitation, Mr. Speaker, we must treat it as a recurrent expenditure. We must make it as a fast charge, Mr. Speaker, like the salaries going to members of parliament and also to civil servants. Mr. Speaker, our students are suffering, and our schools, Mr. Speaker, are struggling, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want the Honorable Atande and all of, and the Chair of Education. We need to move capitation money, Mr. Speaker, from the development budget to a recurrent budget, so that, Mr. Speaker, these monies can be dispersed to the schools within the time schedule, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it is unfortunate, Mr. Speaker, and we want to ask your ruling, Mr. Speaker, when a cabinet secretary appears before the House and assures the House or gives a report to the House to the effect that he was going to release Exchequer before the end of last week, and there is nothing. Mr. Speaker, I want to tell you, many of our schools, they have closed. In fact, they have closed early enough than scheduled because there is no money in the schools. So, Mr. Speaker, as you keep your ruling, we want to ask the leader of majority also, who is also the leader of this House, that there is need the cabinet secretaries, when they give the award in this House, Mr. Speaker, they must lift to their talks, Mr. Speaker. Because we have seen many of them coming to tell us stories and they are not talking. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, yes, Wangari.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we canvassed this matter on this floor quite extensively last week. And Mr. Speaker, it is very unfortunate that we are still talking about this money is going to school. And Mr. Speaker, the scandal that is simmering is quite major, because if the money has left Treasury, where is this money sitting today, Mr. Speaker? And by next week, for information, Mr. Speaker, Form 2s and Form 3s are already being released. So you are releasing money to who? Mr. Speaker, this is a very serious issue, and I think the matter of this House speaking in vain is quite something, because we have seen CSS disrespecting this House. Mr. Speaker, even in the committees, it is a problem, Mr. Speaker. But more importantly, let the CS explain, if the money has left Treasury, where is it sitting? And why is it sitting there, Mr. Speaker?
Thank you. Makali Mulu.
Yeah, thank you so much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I've listened to the Deputy Majority Leader make his remarks, and I totally agree with what he's saying. But Honorable Speaker, I have my own concerns. Honorable Speaker, you see, the first question I'm asking myself, is this the first Cabinet Secretary to lie to this House or to mislead this House, Honorable Speaker? And the answer to that question is no. I think, Honorable Speaker, there is this saying, and I want to put in the quotes because it's a Swahili saying, Honorable Speaker, that mwiba wa kunjidunga hauna uchungu. I think, Honorable Speaker, we might be allowing a lot of opportunity and room for some of these Cabinet Secretaries to take advantage of this House. Honorable Speaker, I do propose this. The link to the executive in this House is the majority side of the House, Honorable Speaker. So when we see the majority side lamenting, Honorable Speaker, I get very concerned. Honorable Mbaya and Honorable Ichungwa, you have your assignment already cut. Your job is well cut, please. Provide leadership and let's do what is necessary in this House to make sure that House resolutions are respected. I submit, Honorable Speaker. Thank you so much.
Yes, KJ.
Mr. Speaker, I thank you. And we are looking forward to the direction that you're going to give, Mr. Speaker, because the debate in this House carries the weight of law. And we know that this House can never be debating in vain. So, Mr. Speaker, we are looking after this canvassing that we shall get a direction that shall carry the full weight of this House. Mr. Speaker, administering capitation even at this time is already too late, Mr. Speaker. The education term is ending for 2 of the forms, is ending next week, Mr. Speaker, for the Form 2s and for Form 3s. But more importantly, Mr. Speaker, even with dispersing of capitation in this installment is only an elastoplas solution. The real malady in the education ministry, Mr. Speaker, is the fact that today, if you went to the Ministry of Education, they cannot even tell you the full component of the students by population in each and every institution, Mr. Speaker. This capitation business is a black box that this House must be able to open, lift the veil behind the number of students in each and every institution. And Mr. Speaker, in this day and age, technology allows us to be able to have a dashboard that would show every student who comes into school and every student who leaves the school. But today, how many students are in our schools across the country? Mr. Speaker, the other thing is the submission of these monies. When we give capitation, schools also still request for other monies from parents. How that is done, Mr. Speaker, if we were to bring technology to it, Mr. Speaker, we would clear out this whole business of school fees. And the technology exists, Mr. Speaker. Posta has a payment solution. Posta is government. The schools are government. Why does it become so hard for Posta to be the collecting agent for government, being a government institution, and as such utilize the technology that is available for us to, one, be able to establish how many learners do we have in our schools and how this money can reach the schools for the benefit of our learners. I thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, member for Nyando. Jared.
Honorable Speaker, I thank you very much. And additionally, I would want to delve into this matter. Honorable Speaker, as has been alluded to, next week all our schools are breaking for the longest period, reporting back in the month of January 2026. Honorable Speaker, even as we speak, the second term's capitation has not been submitted to schools in total, and therefore there is a huge backlog that needs to be addressed by the Ministry of Education. Honorable Speaker, I will be remiss not to remind the House that towards the end of this last financial year, which is June 30th, Treasury had already submitted to counties all the monies owed to them, and all the CDF monies had already been submitted into our accounts, Honorable Speaker. The epitome of expertise by the Treasury Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Speaker. And therefore, if money has already been disbursed to the Ministry of Education, we only need to look at the paper trail to find out exactly where that money is and why it is gathering dust where it should not be, Honorable Speaker. Our teachers are really suffering, Honorable Speaker, taking care of children amidst the difficulties of our economy, Honorable Speaker. And therefore, it is incumbent upon this House, through you, Honorable Speaker, to make an equivocal pronouncement as to what needs to happen between now and the next week before schools break for the longest holiday, Honorable Speaker. And with that, I thank you.
Thank you. Morogara.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, matters education are actually becoming more emotive than matters land in this country. Every citizen is concerned, especially where matters education are not going right. Mr. Speaker, we've just completed the third term, and especially in the eastern region, which are rampant with the drought and lack of water and food, students have had to scrape through school without food and without water. And now, these students are going to do exams, again, without food, no water, because of lack of capitation. I think it is high time this House stood its ground. I think sometimes we are being taken for granted, and especially by cabinet secretaries. The reason being, we were here the other day debating on the e-procurement, and this House made a decision. What is interesting is we were able to listen over the media. Some of the cabinet secretaries fought in the House when we had done the right thing. I think it's a high time we actually held the executive to account, ministers to stick to their words, and they carry those words through. It is still questioned, where is capitation money? Why are our children going to do exams under very hardship circumstances when actually we know for sure this House provided for the money and the money was available? Somebody somewhere should actually answer this. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. I want to bring this to an end. Yes, is that Kagusha? Honorable Kagusha?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. The people in this republic seem to think that the National Assembly is playing second fiddle to the executive. In fact, some of the people think that National Assembly authority has been watered down greatly. Honorable Speaker, the reason why our people seem to think so is because every other decision that is taken in this House is not being taken seriously by the executive. Honorable Speaker, the issue of education is so important in our republic that whereby we have passed and moved and appropriated funds for the education sector, particularly the capitation, which is going to our high schools and our primary and JSS schools, And then the cabinet secretary dilly-dallies. And not only does he dilly-dally, but he also seems to say, to mislead the House that he's going to release the money, and then he does not. Honorable Speaker, that in a big way indicts our authority as a House. Honorable Speaker, it's in my considered opinion that as a House we should take it upon ourselves to summon these members of cabinet, and not only summon them but take very serious action against them. Honorable Speaker, some of the people think, and rightly so, that most of the money has been removed from the budget and has been taken into other issues that are not necessary and that are not of importance to our republic. Honorable Speaker, many people think a lot of money has been redirected to do empowerment projects in up country. And this is one of the reasons why we can have money to take to schools, we can have money to take to SHA, we can have money to take to areas which are productive in our economy. Honorable Speaker, if you look at the gravy train that the cabinet secretaries have engaged in, including what we have seen as security machinani. Honorable Speaker, a lot of money is being spent in the wrong way. A lot of money is being redirected.
Order, Kagusha. Focus on the matter before the House.
Thank you.
We
Thank
are
you.
talking about capitation.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
You are wandering all over.
On the issue of capitation, Honorable Speaker, you realize some of the members, some of the schools have submitted the names of the students who are in their schools. But Honorable Speaker, most of those names are still missing. So even when they receive the capitation, Honorable Speaker, it's still not sufficient, or it still doesn't cover the students, because some of the schools have as few as half of the population captured in the system, yet they have registered all of them. And so, Honorable Speaker, that is becoming a big problem. Remember, even if this capitation is still sent to schools, they are still not going to be able to procure because the EGP is not working, and most of the suppliers are not supplying the schools. Even this institution here is having problems with supplies because the EGP system is not working. Yet this House had taken a stand and had given a way forward. And the executive have refused to follow the directions of this House. Honorable Speaker, it's high time you took action and we start as a House we are, so that we have our authority that is going to guide this country in the right direction. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Majority Leader.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, let me just begin from where Honorable Kagushia has stopped. First, to state that as members of Parliament, we have a duty and a responsibility bestowed on us by the Constitution to oversight the executive. And oversight, Honorable Speaker, I want to believe is what the Honorable Makali Mulu was speaking about when he said, he referred to me, said my work is well cut out. But I want to paraphrase that and say our work as members of Parliament is well cut out in the Constitution to make sure that we offer meaningful oversight and represent our people. And I must thank the chair of the Education Committee, the Honorable Meli, because what he's doing now is offering meaningful oversight over the Ministry of Education and also representing the millions of our children who are in schools who deserve to get what they deserve to get at the right time. Honorable Speaker, I was saying I don't want to dwell on what the Honorable Kagushia was speaking about because largely is political and has nothing to do with oversight and serious housework. But when cabinet secretaries appear before the House, whether it is in committee or in plenary on Wednesday afternoons, cabinet secretaries must be cognizant that they are coming to answer to questions that have been asked by the people of Kenya. And for the cabinet secretary in charge of education to make a commitment in committee, because the Honorable Meli has said he made that commitment in committee. Last week when he was here on Wednesday, he similarly made a commitment, and for what he has said not having happened, I think he's just telling the House he's not serious with his work. And we want to ask the cabinet secretary, not just the cabinet secretary in charge of education, all cabinet secretaries, if you come and pronounce yourself in the House, what you pronounce yourself on must be done. And if it is not done, the onus is on you to communicate to the House what challenges you have. Honorable Speaker, I'll be reaching out to the Cabinet Secretary for Education to know what challenges he may have had not to have disbursed this money at the right time. Honorable Speaker, conversation here last week when he was in plenary. And there were even suggestions, if there is a verification process ongoing, why don't you then release a part of the money as you verify the other students, so that it is not 100% of the students who are not legit or genuine students. If you estimate largely you disburse 50 or 60% as you verify the rest. Honorable Speaker, these are challenges, as I said, that I would want to hear from the Cabinet Secretary, and I'll be reaching out to him. He should tell the House, but he cannot appear in the House and make a pronouncement that he does not intend to fulfill. If the challenges are in the National Treasury, because, Honorable Speaker, I'm also cognizant of that, it could be exchequer challenges in the National Treasury, he should come out and tell us. Honorable Speaker, I want to offer that I'll reach out to him and probably tomorrow afternoon be in a position to give a detailed response to the House on that particular matter of capitation. But also to take this opportunity, Honorable Speaker, to ask all our Cabinet Secretaries to take their work seriously when it comes to commitments they make to the House. Because you are not making those commitments to members of Parliament. It is to the people who have put you in those offices that you are making those commitments to. When members of Parliament request for statements or ask questions, they ask on behalf of the people that they represent. Therefore, when as a CS you come before us to answer, please make sure whatever you are telling us is something that you intend and mean to do, and do it without fail and without any unnecessary delays, Honorable Speaker. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, if you indulge me to take this afternoon, I was actually watching this debate from my office as I attended to other people there, and I had to excuse myself to come and attend to it in person. And therefore, I will want to commit to the House that I will get a detailed response from the Cabinet Secretary and give it to the House tomorrow afternoon. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Majority Leader, I want us to do better. There's a common Christian saying that if you can access Jesus, you don't need John the Baptist. I direct you to get the minister here tomorrow at 3 p.m. to speak for himself and his ministry. Because any promises and pronouncements on the floor of this House cannot be in vain. So get to him and get him here tomorrow at exactly 3. He should be on the podium. Wanjala, what is it?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I also just want to tell the House, Mr. Speaker, I don't want to debate because you have given direction, but just to ask the House, especially the Majority Leader and the Office of the Clerk, that when such commitments are made and they are not fulfilled, they need to identify them, because Committee on Implementation is supposed to implement all the resolutions passed by this House, and we have powers to...
Yes, Minority Leader. Pull up, Wanjala.
Mr. Speaker, first I want to thank yourself and the Majority Leader for assuring the House that tomorrow we will get a comprehensive answer from the Ministry of Education. Mr. Speaker, there is a serious confusion in our country. And the confusion is that the executive has forgotten that they are answerable to Parliament. And this is where they are oversighted, and this is where they are held accountable, Mr. Speaker. Many of them think that they can do whatever they want, they can say whatever they want to say, and they will go scot-free, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we are in this House, and we report to duty every week 4 times. for purposes of oversighting the executive, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I had a problem with that ministry. Recently, there was an audit report, Mr. Speaker, concerning that ministry. And the audit report was tabled here. And you committed it to a committee of the House. As the committee was looking into that audit report, I watched on TV the principal secretary of that ministry saying, we are going to amend that audit report. So I was wondering, have we changed the way we do things? Or we are in a new country? I thought we have to wait until the committee finishes their work, reports back to Parliament, and then it is here where you can amend any audit report, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I was shocked, honestly, when I saw him speaking in the broad daylight to the public that we are going to amend that audit report. He has no powers to amend any report of any auditor's report, Mr. Speaker. He has to come and answer to Parliament why that audit query has been raised.
He has no authority to amend anything in Parliament.
He has no authority to borrow from the Speaker's words. He has no authority to amend anything in Parliament, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, from that day, I realized that there is a problem in that ministry. Mr. Speaker, the PS has been going around and telling Kenyans that they are doing audit of schools for capitation. Mr. Speaker, you cannot take a whole year to audit how many schools you have and how many students you have in those schools, Mr. Speaker. The government has all the tools and the machinery to know in less than 24 hours how many students they have are there in this country, Mr. Speaker. This is a way to circumvent the budget that we have given to the ministry so that the schools don't receive their capitation, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, as a House, we have done our work. We have budgeted for the capitation fund. We have appropriated the funds. And now it is the responsibility of the executive to send that money, those monies to the schools, Mr. Speaker. If they have failed, then we have to take action as a House and bring their names here on the floor so that we can deal with them thoroughly, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to conclude by saying there is a lot of incompetency I'm seeing here, and Parliament, if tomorrow Parliament does not get satisfactory answer, Honorable Majority Leader, Parliament will exercise their constitutional mandate, and they know what to do, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Honorable members, with issues on this, hold your horses to tomorrow. The minister will be here tomorrow at 3 o'clock, prompt. On the same issue? Yes, Wamboka.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. And I appreciate your ruling on this. I just want to bring to the notification of this House, Honorable Speaker, that the same PS that my able minority leader is talking about, he actually amended the budget of this House. He reappropriated the budget, Honorable Speaker, of this House, where after this House appropriated money for specific schools, Honorable Speaker, for infrastructure development, this PS went ahead, he pulled together these monies and decided to pick new schools and, Honorable Speaker, where he had interest, and send the money to those schools. So we are talking about a permanent, a principal secretary who is rogue, Honorable Speaker. As we prepare to face them tomorrow, the House must be aware that someone is usurping the powers of this House, Honorable Speaker.
Majority Leader umesikia hiyo. Other members, allow me to acknowledge in the Speaker's gallery Kisii University students from School of Law, drawn from Kitutu Church North in Kisii. On my behalf and on behalf of the House, I welcome them to the House of Parliament. Thank you. Yes, Gisairo, on the same issue that I've closed?
No.
Okay.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I would like to raise a matter of concern. Honorable Speaker, departmental committees are an extension of this House. Honorable Speaker, the conduct of members of the committee and that of witness in committees follow the rules of this House. Honorable Speaker, today in the Health Committee...
Order. Take your seat. You're out of order. Take your seat. Take your seat. We'll go to statements. Adan Wario. Adan Wario. Go ahead.
It's Ade Wario, Mr. Speaker, not Adan Wario.
Pardon?
It's Ade Wario.
Ade Wario.
Yes, please. Thank you very much.
North Hor.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to the provision of Standing Order 44.2c, I wish to request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Energy regarding non-utilization of wind power potential in Northern Constituency. Honorable Speaker, Northern Constituency is the home of Bubisa, Huri Hills, and Elgade wind farm sites. Power projects that were conceptualized to tap into the renewable energy resources of Marsabit County. Inasmuch as feasibility studies undertaken on the wind power confirm the viability of these projects, their significant potential remains untapped. Notably, Bubisa world's average wind speed of 11 meters per second with stable wind regimes, ranking it among the most viable regions for the wind energy generation in sub-Saharan Africa.